Some scholars argue that in Psalm 82, Yahweh and El are separate deities. El is the head of the council, and Yahweh is one of the assembled gods, according to their view. They argue this point by noting the verb stand in verse 1. Psalm 82 verse 1 says, God stands in the divine assembly. He pronounces judgment among the gods. But the NET renders this verse, God stands in the assembly of El. In the midst of the gods, he renders judgment. And it's the high God who would be seated as judge. So the fact that Yahweh is standing proves he holds an inferior status and is acting as prosecutor rather than judge, or so they say. However, if we're going to focus on Yahweh's posture in verse 1, we also need to pay just as close of attention to his posture in verse 8. Psalm 82:8 says, Arise, O God, judge the earth, for you shall inherit all the nations. The psalmist in verse 8 asks Yahweh to rise up. And this statement requires him to have been up to this point seated. This places Yahweh as the Most High God, presiding over the council from the very beginning. Yahweh is the Lord of the council.